Hello and good morning. Joe Justice here, coming to you live on Monday. I like to call that Motivation Monday. It is August 14th, 2023, and you are listening to the Kanawha Valley Hustlers podcast. I want to remind you that coming up in just a few weeks in September, we are going to be doing the Inoculating Yourself to Agency BS presentation at the Up Next Charlie West Professional Development, and there's a link to that in the comments, and you can join us. That's going to be my presentation on everything that you need to have in place and everything you need to know before you spend any kind of money on advertising. I know everybody's bombarded left and right by people, offer them advertising opportunities and offer them all kinds of different things, especially from advertising agencies and other things. And I don't have anything against advertising agencies. I know a lot of people that work in advertising agencies and marketing agencies, and I don't want to criticize them too much. I just want to make sure that before you do any of your ad spending, that you have kind of a basic idea of the kind of structures you should have in place before you spend your money. I know a lot of these agencies don't really have the time to go through this kind of stuff. So I want to make sure everybody has that in place, are prepared to be able to take advantage of that and take it to its full potential. So be sure to sign up for that. That's going to be coming up in just a few weeks. You can click on the link and join us on that. And with that in mind, I want to talk about one of the elements that everyone should know before you ever do any kind of advertising, before you ever put together any kind of a budget or a plan or a marketing strategy. One of the most important tools that you can have is a customer persona. And there's different names for this. Some people call this a customer avatar. Some people call this a target market. Some people call this different things in different aspects of the marketing world. I like to call it a persona. A persona, when it comes to the world of marketing, is basically having an idea of the person that you're selling to. And I really like to go through an entire process of creating a fictional person. And I like to give them a name. I like to give them, a job title. I like to kind of give them, something to let me know who it is that I'm talking to. This gives you the ability to create niches and to create offers and to create advertising and things like that, specifically towards one targeted person. And the most powerful type of marketing is personalized marketing. If you can make someone feel like you're talking to them directly, then you're going to have a much easier time converting them from position to position to position down your funnel every step of the way. So what kind of stuff should you have in place for your customer avatar, for your persona? What I like to do is give them a name. I like to get an idea of what are their goals, what are their values, how old are they, what's their gender, what's their marital status, how many children do they have, where are they located? Kind of get an idea for what it is, whatever it is that you're selling, whether you're selling tennis shoes, or whether you're selling, IT support, or whether you're selling, makeup, whatever it is. You need to have this kind of idea of the fundamentals of who you're talking to. So if you're selling health and fitness type stuff, then you need to have an idea of the people that would be interested in your product. How old are they? Somebody that's 20 years old is going to have different needs than somebody who's 40-year-old, right? What if you're selling cars? If you're selling cars, well, somebody that's got 4 kids is going to have different needs than somebody that's single and in their early 20s. And what this gives you the ability to do when you begin to break down your different offers based on personas, when you begin to develop these personas, then you can create different offers. Now, you might have one core offer. You might have one product. And that messaging to all the different personas are going to drive sales based on those different personas. So when you begin to speak directly to these individuals and you're talking about their pain points, you're talking about their desires for moving up, whatever place in the world they're in, then when you begin to talk about these things and you talk directly to them, then you can target them. Not only that, but the other thing that people really sleep on is the fact that having these different personas lets you find where these people are hanging out at in different advertising avenues. Now, I talk a lot about marketing and the fact that marketing and advertising get kind of tangled up a lot. And marketing and advertising are not the same thing. It's a really important thing to understand. Marketing is an overall strategy that can involve everything from your pricing structure all the way down to delivery and follow through for that evangelical stage where people become advocates and spread word of mouth for you. That's marketing from top to bottom, every aspect along the way. Advertising is putting your offer in front of somebody's eyeballs or in their ears or wherever that might be. That's advertising. That's a very small niche little group. So when you create your avatar, if you're creating or persona, you create your persona. If your persona happens to drive down a certain road at a certain time, then a billboard could be an effective way to advertise to that persona, right? But if your avatar doesn't live in that area, doesn't drive down that road, that same billboard is completely useless to you. So when you're thinking about advertising, you have to have these personas in place. And it's this huge mistake that people make when, and they might have like a kind of a rough idea. It's like, oh, I know that the person that buys from me lives in this town, or I know that the person who buys from me, watches this TV show or something like that. But they get tangled up a lot in the numbers when it comes to, how many people watch a certain show, how many people listen to a certain radio station, how many people do this and how many people do that. It doesn't matter how many people do it. What matters is, does your target customer, your target market, are they doing it? That's what really matters. Same thing, advertising in magazines, advertising billboards, advertising radio, advertising all these different places. Now, of course, what the big change that's happened over the last 20 years naturally has been the advent of digital media. Digital media has enabled us to really target specific people. So it used to be, if you wanted to target kids, you would do Saturday morning cartoons and try to aim towards that. And that's why those types of blocks of programming were developed to begin with, to help advertisers target those specific demographics. Same thing with, something like CSI or something like that. The reason those kinds of blocks, science fiction, would all be kind of grouped together. The reason for that was so that the advertisers could target to that. But we don't have to worry about that kind of stuff anymore. We have digital advertising now. Digital advertising enables us to target some very specific groups. So we need to make our avatars, our fictional people. We need to make these personas as detailed as we possibly can, so that we can begin to find out where they're at, find opportunities for reaching them, find sources for, what are they reading, where are they traveling, and then beyond that, once you kind of understand that, then you need to understand what are their daily challenges, what are their pain points, what kind of solutions are they looking for now. And you can't really understand any of this stuff until you really break that kind of stuff down. So I want to encourage you to take the time this week to really target and focus on one. I know this is a big problem that a lot of people run into when it comes to their marketing. They try to be all things to all people. Just try to focus on one avatar, one persona. Try to figure out who they are, how old they are, what's their gender, what's their marital status, how many kids do they have, what's their occupation, what kind of books are they reading, what kind of blogs are they reading, what kind of websites are they visiting, are they going to conferences, are they following any specific internet gurus or influencers, and then what are their challenges, what are their pain points, and how does your product help solve those problems, help them move to that next level to achieve their goals or to get to that next level of aspiration that they're trying to achieve. Once you understand all those different things and you begin to target those, then a lot of your copy and your messaging will start to fall right into place, and you'll have a much easier time reaching those people. So I hope you found this helpful today, and I hope that you have the opportunity to do this. Please do take a little bit of time to set all this stuff up, and you will benefit from it. Thank you so much for watching today. We will see you later this week with even more from the Kanawha Valley Hustlers. Remember to sign up for my Up Next Charlie West presentation on inoculations to agency BS. I think you'll really enjoy it. And just 45 minutes to an hour, I will get you all set up with the basics that you need to move forward. So thank you so much for watching. You have a wonderful day today and a wonderful week. Bye-bye for now.